everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariana Ysabel. You may know me as Ariana Ysabel Beauty on Instagram, and I have a very special guest today. This is my good friend Domi. I'll let her introduce herself.
Hey guys, my name is Dominique. On Instagram I go by the Beauty Diary _365.
And today we partnered to do 2 videos. So you're gonna have to go check out her channel. I'm gonna link all of the products that we use today in my description box, as well as her channel and her Instagram. She posts really awesome content, especially for all you curly headed ladies and gentlemen out there. Definitely check it out. Definitely go follow her. For today's video, she did my hair, and honestly, my hair has never looked better using some really awesome Apogee products. So if you wanna learn how to get this beautiful hair, go ahead and keep on watching.
All right.
Hey girl. Hey.
So first, she doesn't have a lot of, her hair is actually really thick. So we are gonna work in sections, which I find to be a lot easier to apply product, just to make sure the product gets off through it. So this is already freshly washed hair. She washed it before I got here, but we are gonna refresh with a little bit of water. And then I'm actually gonna go in with the Apogee's texture treatment, which this is bomb. So if you're having any trouble with your curls coming back, this is the first place to start. So I definitely love this. And it's, the directions say just to let it sit for about 2 minutes. Something I like about the Apogee Curlific line is so far I've used it and my hair is really thick and like a 3C type of texture. And then I have another really good friend. She has about 4A, 4B type of hair texture, and it works. And here we have about maybe a 2, somewhere in the 2s hair texture, and I'm pretty sure it's gonna work. This is her first time using it though, so we'll see, but I'm confident.
And that doesn't hurt at all.
I do like to brush even the treatment through, just to make sure it's evenly distributed.
Smart.
Okay.
Well, and it's interesting because people always tell you don't brush your curls.
Oh yeah, no.
There's a lot of rules.
Honestly, I say do whatever works best for your hair. Like obviously if I just brushed your hair right now and the curls didn't just bounce back, I probably wouldn't brush your hair. But if you could, my hands are slippery now. But if you just seen the way your curls just bounced up, you would have been amazed.
You can see Luna's tail.
I get a little crazy with the water.
That's all right.
Like you can never have too much.
Oh, for sure.
Water in your hair.
Oh, that smells so good.
Oh. I was gonna say thank you, but it
You're
has
welcome.
nothing to do with me. And I always say the rule of thumb for any hair texture, hair type, always apply your product before you start brushing your hair or finger detangling, or however you want to detangle your hair. Just makes it a lot easier to really work through your hair.
How often do you wash your hair?
I wash my hair once a week. Shampoo once a week. And then if I need to refresh, I literally would just, I mean, sometimes when I do refresh, I'll just add this as like a cold wash. And that's it, no shampoo, but always shampoo once a week. I never skip wash day. I mean, granted, I might go like an extra day. Like usually wash day is on Sunday. I might push it to Monday, but yeah, that's about it. Because you always need to deep condition too. So that really, you deep condition weekly, right? Oh, we're lying. That honestly, listen guys, deep conditioning once a week is mandatory.
Essential. Yeah.
Like absolutely mandatory. Like especially with color in your hair. Like that definitely is what will keep your hair nice and moisturized and damage free.
Yeah.
When I went to get heat added to my hair a couple months back, the stylist let me know that, because I thought I needed a trim. I'm like, oh, my ends probably are dry or something. She was like, no, like your hair is actually extremely healthy. And literally I owe it to my deep conditioner. So.
Do you have one that you like?
Yes, I actually am also highlighting all of my favorite deep conditioners once a week now until I get through all of them on my YouTube channel.
Perfect.
But as of right now, I'm loving all of Deva's new ones they came out with. I love this one, this 2-minute texture treatment. So sometimes for people, deep conditioning can take too long. You don't feel like doing it. You don't want to have to wait through it. But this one is a 2-minute texture treatment. So you have 2 minutes. So I just want to make sure I'm getting her roots a little wet, so I'm just gonna get in there, massage. And when you are focusing on the deep conditioner, You really, really want to focus on the ends because that's really the part that is prone to damage, and it's the longest part of your hair that's been there. So you want to really put a lot of attention there. So after I go through and brush all her hair, I am going to apply a little bit more product to all of her ends. Okay, so a little bit more, taking her ends and just scrunching it. That's what you want to hear. That's how you know your hair is absorbing all of the moisture you're putting in it. When you start to hear that squishy sound, that's bomb.
It's like cheese curds. Have you ever had a cheese curd? Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm from Wisconsin and we eat lots of cheese. And one of the things that we eat are cheese curds. And they're these like little, just like morsels of cheese. And you know that they're good and you know that they're fresh when they squeak when you bite into them.
So yeah, so here's like cheese curds. Okay, so we're gonna wait 2 minutes. This is 4. We're gonna wait 2 minutes, let this soak into her hair. To be fair, I always say read the directions first. But once you start to get comfortable with, her curls are just falling back, oh my goodness. Once you start to get comfortable with the product, like since I've been using this for like about over a year now, I'll leave it in for about 20 minutes, 30 minutes, shit, overnight. It just depends. Really just depends on my time. But for her first time using it, let's follow directions, keep it in for a few minutes, and then she'll rinse it out and we'll be back. So her hair is extremely wet and I want to keep it this way. I want to apply her products while her hair is wet, and her hair is thick. So I'm gonna go with the method that I do my hair like, and I'm gonna actually section her hair. And because her hair is also really long, I do think it'd be best to section it. She did let me know that she normally just does the flip over and apply product, but sometimes it's not really getting the product all the way through her hair, so I'm gonna do it the way I normally do mine. So we're gonna go in now with the leave-in spray conditioner by Curlific. I really do like this product because it's spray, so you can just spray it up and it works right through your hair. And of course, I'll also go in with a brush just to make sure that the product is worked through. I feel like I do about 6 sprays on each section. And aside from working it through with the brush, I'll also do a little finger curl, not curl, this is combing, just to get the product through. And then we're gonna go in with the curl definer. This stuff is like next to Jesus. Like, this is good stuff. Okay, now my favorite thing to do to make sure my curls are really defined, her hair is really long, so I'm not gonna finger curl it, but I will just give it a little section and just kind of wrap it around my finger a little bit, not all the way, but just, does that hurt? Okay, just enough to kind of make the individual curls pop. You can kind of see right where her curls are forming and where they kind of like naturally section. And that's right where I'm going. I'm not creating anything that's not already there, just kind of pulling it out. Kind of like she was saying about my beauty, about my makeup. She's like enhancing what's already there. So that's really all I'm doing. Your curls are already so bomb right now.
Oh, thank you.
Oh my God. Okay. We're gonna move on to the second section and burn. And to save a little bit on dry time, I also like to use the towel a little bit too, because dry time can be a bitch sometimes. So, okay, perfect. Okay, so we had her change angle so I can show you guys exactly what it's looking like and what's going on. So here's the section that needs product. So we're just gonna spray. Again, her ends are where they're most gonna, dry out first. So you just wanna give it a little bit of extra product on the ends. You can kind of do the finger detangling. Okay, I need the brush. Then we're gonna take the curl definer and go on with that. So want to spray it on my. When you're applying product, you want to make sure you're getting it on every piece of your hair. So from your scalp all the way down to your tips. Then I personally like to just break it up into a smaller section. One thing I love about the Denman brush, as you can see, it kind of just like clumps her curls. And I love that because they just kind of all bounce right back. You know, this step is completely optional. I prefer to do it, especially it makes my hair last a lot longer, to just start to naturally break apart. Can you turn it this way? Naturally break apart your curls, because the dimming brush does kind of clump them, which I love that about it. But you kind of just want to take your finger and swirl it around, and then just let the curl naturally fall. And as you're going along, you can go ahead and scrunch up. You can never scrunch too much, so. Okay, so since her hair is really long and really thick, sometimes you might get a little tangle in there. That's okay, just take your brush, and you wanna brush it out. The last thing you want is to ignore the tangles. So again, just brush it with the dimming brush, which is my personal favorite, and actually the only brush I use. Yeah. So funny, because even I have a legit highlighted piece in my hand, like the whole thing is highlighted, and it's bouncing back.
Is it really?
Other ones.
This here is it.
Yes, curls. Woo! Bounce, girl. Oh, for the record, we did not plan to match today. I pulled up at her house, and I was like, she went to get the coffee, and I was like, oh, we're twins. Okay, so I'm gonna just go ahead and repeat the same steps to the rest of her hair. Can you tilt your hair back? She has about maybe 2 more sections, and this is taking a lot longer. Obviously, her hair is really long, so I want to make sure I am just getting all the product to all of her hair. So we're going to probably turn the camera off and be back as soon as we're done. We don't want to bore you too much. Now we applied all of the product to her hair. We're about to start with drying, but first we want to make sure we scrunch out that extra water just to cut down our dry time. So flip it over. Okay. You just want to scrunch up to the roots just to get some of that extra water out. And this will cut down dry time a lot. Before we start to dry, I kind of like to let her hair set the way we're going to actually dry it. To kind of hang that over. This is where her bang naturally falls. So yeah. So I'm going to take the Deva fuser, just the hand part of it. Okay, yeah. We're going to apply it to her blow dryer. I'm going to get too busy. Do you normally air dry or diffuse?
Air dry.
Okay.
I'm so impatient.
Well, it won't take you too long. Her hair is already starting to dry, which is really good. And we use the towel to scrunch out the extra water. So this would just speed up the process. So thankfully, she does have a cool temperature on her dryer, which if you don't have that, you should get one because it's heaven sent. And then I'm just gonna use a Deva dryer, which can go on pretty much any blow dryer, which is awesome. I just have to hold it. Okay, so we're gonna go in on the coolest temperature and low speed. One thing I realized, our hair textures are totally different. I normally go in high speed, but I realized that finer curls and looser curls do better on low speed. So here we go. Never diffused someone else's hair before. Make sure you're not getting any frizz or too much frizz or anything like that. You don't want to move the head too much, so move this before you move your head. So I'll do her crown and her top part of it, and then I'll start to like scrunch up with the diffuser, and we'll get there in a second. Okay, so her roots are still a little wet, but now I'm going to take her hair at the ends and kind of like scrunch it up and then place it onto her root. So that'll give that root a bit more dry time, and then also drying the ends. About, we're definitely over halfway dry. All right. I think we're done.
Yeah.
Get a close look at it so you can see.
It looks so good. It's got lots of volume. The curls are super defined, which is what I struggle with. Oh yeah, it looks good.
Kind of separating some in the back a little bit. They kind of did dry a little bit bigger together.
It smells good. It looks bomb. I just gotta put a little bun on top of my head and we can be twinsies.